All right. First item on the agenda is the reorganization of the board. So at this point in time, the floor is open for nominations for board president. Do we have a nomination?
Nominate Drexel.
Any other nominations? Come on now.
Doing such a good job.
Oh, man. Okay. No other nominations. Need a motion to approve.
All motion.
Thanks.
She has a grin on her.
And a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I can't vote.
Oh, I didn't sit by you.
Can't vote, or I'd vote no. Anyway. Okay. Floor is open for nomination for vice president.
I'll make a motion. Eva.
I guess I should ask what you willing to say. Nobody asked me that, by the way.
Yeah, I will.
Any other nominations? That's a no. Motion to approve Eva as vice president.
I'll make a motion.
Orna, second. Annette, all in favor?
Aye.
401. And secretary. Nomination for that.
Nominate that.
Let's get right on to you.
Annette willing.
Yeah.
Any other nominations? Hearing none. Annette, need a motion to approve Annette.
All motion.
Ethan, a second.
I'll second.
Eva, all in favor?
Aye.
401. Okay, so the board reorganization is complete. Next
That wasn't
is
very difficult.
Huh?
That wasn't very difficult.
Yeah, thanks.
Be mudslinging, did it? No.
Point Board of Finance. Motion to appoint all members as the Board of Finance. Need a motion to approve that.
I'll motion.
Nat, second.
I'll second.
Ethan, all in favor?
Aye.
Meeting dates and times. Executive meetings and regular meetings will be held on the second Thursday of each month. Executives beginning at 5 when necessary, followed by the regular meeting at 6. Motion to approve those dates, times.
I'll make a motion.
Lorna, second.
I'll second.
Eva, all in favor?
Aye.
Resolution for board member pay. Motion to approve the rate of $150 for regular meetings, $75 for special and executive meetings. Motion to approve that.
All motion.
Ethan, second. Annette, all in favor? Appointment of treasurers. Motion to reappoint the following treasurers. Kendra Wright, Corporation Treasurer. Darla Holt, Corporation Deputy Treasurer. Allison Taylor, Junior Senior High ECA Treasurer. Pamela Doan, Elementary ECA Treasurer. Amy Money, Cafeteria Treasurer. Motion to approve those.
I'll motion.
Eva, second.
I'll second.
Annette, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Bonding of treasurers. Motion to approve the bonding for previously approved treasurers for the calendar year 2026. Motion to approve the bonding.
All motion.
Ethan, second.
I'll second.
Annette, all in favor?
Aye.
And conflict of disclosure statements. I don't know if I had one in my packet to sign, but we need to get those done probably before the end of the month. So we'll need to see Darla on that. Make sure we get those signed, turned in. Okay, we convene the Board of Finance. Review investments. Have you got information you want to talk to on that while we're on this part?
Board. So we have 4 financial institutions that we utilize for investments. Martin County Co-op, Old National Bank, First Federal Savings of Washington, and People's Bank, German American Bank. And our principal amount at Martin County Co-op, our principal amount is $250,000, and we earn interest on that. Old National Bank is $250,000. First Federal Savings Bank is $254,255.77. And then People's Bank or German America, it is $565,846.12. So those are the principal amounts that we have with these investment agents.
Okay. Anything else at this point?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Election of President, Secretary, Board of Finance, President of the Board of Finance. It's usually the president. It usually is but if you want to nominate somebody else to be separate from that, we can do that. So, nominations.
President.
Any other discussion on that? Need a motion to approve that then? Nat, second.
I'll second.
Ethan, all in favor?
Aye.
Abstain from that one. Secretary, Board of Finance, and again, this is usually the secretary of the board.
You good with that?
Good with that? So it'll be a Nat.
You good with that, Annette?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, any other discussion on that? Need a motion to approve that?
Almost.
Ethan, a second.
I'll second.
Eva, all in favor?
Aye. And Lorna had to step out, so I think it'd be 3.
301. And with that, the Board of Finance is adjourned, and we will go back to the regular meeting. Now, get to our robotics team.
The fun stuff is coming.
So whenever you guys are ready, I guess you want to.
Your team is up, Coach.
Yeah, just had to take care of one. Get a little nervous.
Right upside down. That's all. Nope, you can all stand up together.
You want to give them the mic? Want to?
Oh, he's got one.
Somebody.
You
You
won't
might want to
miss-
put it in front of them though on the stand. Let's lower the stand and put it.
You guys can move over there.
There you go.
You don't have to have your board anyway. They can look at that and just talk about your own stuff.
There we go.
I hear. Are they going Saturday?
Saturday, yes. Both teams, that team and the Robo Rocks will both be going. So, Ian, go ahead and start your part.
Our project is about archaeology. Our problem is not enough young people in archaeology, and our solution is coming up with a club called History Heroes.
It's for Eva.
The club also comes with a game that you get. So the first level is about Native Americans to pass on to it. To pass on to the next level, which is about train track history, you have to go to a museum, historical site, or library.
What's the game about? Who developed the game?
I developed the game, Holt developed the game, and one of our other members and our high school.
We scanned rocks and labeled them.
We built this robot and programmed it.
We're missing some of the members, so there's gaps.
They're doing great.
We use the angle so when we turn it, it don't mess up.
Watch the video on slow motion to see if there's top motion on the top pole because there's these three things on top of the trident, and when you take it and put it in the middle, it will just stay on the side. He had to add a loaded windshield because on one of the missions he was working on, the trident was not strong enough to lift the lever up.
And for navigation, we use the encoders and the drive motors to go a set distance, the spike color sensor for line detection, and the gyro sensor to make precise turns.
Our strategy is to do as many missions with less amount of attachments and less amount of time.
So
I have a couple questions. One, I know you've been working on this for a very long time. You've even interviewed archaeologists from around the country. You've spent time on Saturday at the Historical Society. You have worked so hard. What is the thing that you've learned and you're most excited about? Right, we appreciate that. I love it.
Good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome job, guys.
Good job.
Thank
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you. And good luck on Saturday.
We had got a $500 stipend. This team, the Robo Rocks, which is Cooks, and then the high school also got from Toyota. We got it yesterday evening. So that was good. And then part of that's being funded through Being for Others grant that Jessica Potts told me about back in the Dawson days. So we've been working on that, and the kids have been figuring out how to spend the money. So we're we came right back in. Okay.
Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Great job,
Great.
guys. Thank you.
Very good. All right. Approval of the minutes from the December 11th meeting. Motion to approve those minutes. Even second.
I'll second.
Matt, all in favor?
Aye.
Comments from patrons concerning items on the. No, they're both together.
Okay.
Both meetings,
Clear
11th
mind.
and the 29th. 11th and the 29th.
Last time I made an error.
That's all right. You got it. All right. Comments from patrons? Comments? Our patrons are leaving.
They've had enough.
They've had enough comments. All right. Reports from building principals then.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we have officially kicked off our second semester at Shoals Elementary, and we have hit the ground running. I'm going to jump back to the end of December, and we had our kindergarten homecoming court, Daniel Roush, Eli Hurt, Hannah Overton, Rex Hoffman, and Ella Gibson, and they all did a fantastic job at the ball game on December 19th. Academic updates for the elementary. We had report cards. They were sent home this week. We are proud to celebrate many students in grades 3 through 5 who earned honor roll, high honors, or showed improvement in raising a grade. iLearn checkpoints have been completed, and we continue to monitor student progress and growth. Students and teachers are currently completing COGAT assessments, which helps us better understand student learning strengths and high ability. Weather and technology preparedness. So this will look a little different for our elementary teachers, and they have had a lot of fun kind of navigating that path. And thank you to our tech department for helping assist with that. But we are ready to go in case we do have winter weather. Students and teachers have been practicing Google Classrooms, getting familiar with that. So Chromebooks will be sent home if we do have to go to any type of synchronous learning. I want to thank our IT department. They've ensured that all elementary devices have secure settings and they have limited access for appropriate student use. So thank you to Matthew and Damien for that. A little bit of planning for the end of the second semester and even looking ahead at next year. We are developing a committee with elementary, preschool, all the way to 5th grade to develop a master schedule. So we are wanting to get a collaborative decision-making focus on what best supports our students and teachers. So we're going to go ahead and kind of start the planning stages of that. So we will be ready to go and hopefully have all that finalized by the end of second semester. Health and school events. I want to thank Nikki Brett, our school nurse. She has set up hearing screenings that will take place next week. And we are going to have a mobile dentist on campus on January 20th. Our 100th day of school is quickly approaching. Will be Thursday, January 22nd. And I know our preschool, kindergarten, and several other grade levels will be celebrating this as well. I also want to thank Julie Burns and State Farm for a matching donation for our elementary students and school. And then professional development. Our teachers will be participating in professional development school-wide next Wednesday, January 14th, and our students will be on a 2-hour delay this day. Any questions?
How's everything going in the valley? I mean,
I've been in
Sandy's
talks
got a
with
lot.
Sandy, and we will finish up our observations up there soon, but we have been kind of communicating on days that work best for her. But everything's going well.
Good. All right. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Audrey.
I thought we'd have cake tonight. I thought we would have cake.
Yeah, where's birthday? Huh?
That
Birthday
would-
cake.
Yeah.
Can I come back in the morning then? Okay.
7 a.m. on Friday night.
Yeah, I thought we was going to celebrate all month.
Oh, we will.
Yeah, but you're not including us.
We're wearing our IU gear tomorrow and eating donuts. Party
Hey, I
cake.
announced that today, and I'm like, oh,
Well, I do hope they win tomorrow
We'll
night, actually.
celebrate them in March Madness, I'm certain.
I'm kind of an IU football fan tomorrow night. I do hope they win.
Okay. So I have a few shout outs. In starting the new semester, we did some schedule changes that we felt was necessary for our kiddos. So one of the first things that we did was we created a behavior intervention class for some of our kids that are not transitioning very well from elementary to middle school. And Diane Turpin, Mr. Carr, Brittany Bushy, and Miss Kelly Wellman-Covey are kind of tag teaming that class because we're doing a lot of different things for them. So part of that is social emotional learning. Part of that is helping them with rhythm and movement to kind of help with some of their attention disorders. Some of that is just behavior modification. And then we're also giving them a buddy. So they have a high school buddy that they check in with every day. They do their behavior points. They can swap out their fidget devices, just whatever we can do to help them be better behaved in the classroom. In also changing some of the basic skills, Ms. Weiniger and Ms. Esch allowed me to revamp their basic skills class in the middle of the year, and they took that on with pride and with pleasure. And we have some kiddos that are not doing very well in terms of literacy, and Jackie Ash is meeting them where they are. And we're building their literacy, their fluency, their vocabulary, whatever we can do to boost them closer to grade level. And then Ms. Weiniger is also meeting the kiddos that are just a couple of grade levels below, and helping them get where they need to be. So instead of everybody doing the same thing, we're meeting them where they are to try to help them elevate to the next level. And so I appreciate them. And then, of course, Miss Overton took on my enrichment class. So the kids who are at and above grade level, they're going to do a more project-based learning type of environment. They're going to take over some media projects in the middle school, and they're going to start their first project is to kind of create a marketing campaign for our high school pathway classes. And so that will be released at freshman orientation. So the parents can also see what the kids get to see in terms of what they need to do to pick their classes. So we got a lot of different projects in store, but that's their first big one. In terms of student programs, we've got some other new things going on, and that is Miss Hoffman and Miss Harder in health class are rolling out 2 new programs. One is this Peace of Mind curriculum. I think I'm going to skip down one. I skipped the second one. This is a weekly curriculum that kind of teaches kids some self-regulation skills. So as you might imagine, we have some high anxiety in middle school. The transition is real, tough for some of them. And so to be able to teach kids to kind of self-regulate, how to be kind. Sometimes we take that for granted that maybe they know. And then also gives them real tools to solve conflicts on their own. So that not everything becomes an escalated conflict. The other one that we're going to do, this one we are teaming up with Martin County Health Department. So Misty Newland will be coming into our 6th and 7th grade health classes. This is a 4-week deal where we're going to talk about the dangers of vaping. And so the Martin County Health Department will be guiding that instruction with Miss Hoffman and Miss Harder in health class. So I'm excited about them. And then, of course, there is the birthday celebration. So tomorrow we kick off our first celebration. We are celebrating 24 kids who will be recognized for not missing a single day the first semester. Now, they may have missed a partial day for a certified doctored note. Okay, so it was a partial day. The only student that we had with actual perfect attendance was Nevaeh Stone. So I wanted to shout out Nevaeh. No tardies, no absences, no doctor's notes, no illness. She has been here every single day. So, but we do have 23 other kids that have only missed a partial day and have been here the rest of the time. So those kids will get donuts in the morning for not missing. We're also then the week after are going to be celebrating the 63 students who have achieved all A's and B's. 63 students in the middle school have achieved all A's and B's in their first semester. And so those kids will end up getting cookies, which will be catered by Mrs. Sexton's class. So they're going to get cookies and hot cocoa the week after. And then the week after that, we're going to celebrate all of the students in middle school who participate in something. Maybe sports, maybe robotics, maybe drama, maybe cross country, could be anything. But if they participate in something, we're going to celebrate them, because if you want school to be fun, you got to make it fun. You have to engage and participate. We have 107 of our 150 kids who participate. So they are making the efforts. And then finally, and I don't want to steal Danielle's thunder, but we are celebrating success in terms of testing. So we are celebrating any student who is already at or above grade level on their iReady diagnostics, but we are also celebrating any student who showed any type of improvement, either on reading or math. We want to see the needle move. So again, I don't want to steal too much of what Danielle has, but we have 62% of our 6th graders have shown improvement on math already. from the beginning of the year to middle of the year. 73% of our sixth graders have shown improvement on reading. In terms of the seventh grade, 63% improved in math. 41% had some growth in reading, and that's the group that we are targeting with that new basic skills class, is that seventh grade reader. And then our eighth grade, 54% of them showed improvement in math, and 56 of them showed improvement in reading. So we're celebrating. We think it's wonderful that kids are, I can't in good conscience let them leave here if they can't read well. I want them to be able to know words and be able to read fluently. So again, in terms of teacher accountability, we haven't had another PD day since November, but we do have one coming up next week. And so middle school teachers will be reviewing their middle of year iReady assessment data to see what has worked well so far, what we need to do going forward. And then we also have the iLearn checkpoint that's coming up. So we'll be talking about what we need to do to prepare for that. So anyway, so we are going to celebrate all month, one thing every week. And so a lot going on there. In terms of what's coming up, we do have hearing screenings coming up. We do have a 2-hour delay next week. The mobile dentist is scheduled for the 20th. We are going to participate in a national kindness event in February. Of course, we're going to host the robotics tournament here at Shoals on the 7th of February. 8th grade reality stores coming up February 20th. And then we have an e-learning day to wind out the month of February. So a lot going on, and we're excited.
I'm not gonna lie, I will also give shout out to all at building levels. Our students are looking at their data. They are looking at it, they are touching it, they are sick of hearing us talk about it. But just this one right here, the evidence of the kids knowing where they stand and where their data is, and that they're celebrating when they achieve or when they grow. It isn't about y'all, everybody has to have an A. It's about, can you grow? And everybody can grow, and they are doing it. So shout out to all buildings, all kids, just looking at that. Data is important, and they just need to know where they stand, and they have been very transparent. Yeah. And they're setting goals and tracking their data. It's awesome.
Awesome.
Happy birthday.
Thanks.
Okay. So as Audrey said, we started a new semester, and I wanted to share something. I experienced something for the first time ever in my 10 years of administration this week, and that was disciplining Ribbit. One of Carrie Goodman's students has this pet frog, and she was nonverbal, but now she does verbalize, and you can understand what she wants to get across, and she needed the principal yesterday. And I had to go down there and discipline Ribbit. So I wanted to share that because that was the first time ever in 10 years of administration, but it was the highlight of my day and my week. It brought a lot of joy to me. I wanted to say congratulations to our robotics team. I know the high school team, they're just getting started in their season, but our two little teams, littles, I call them not little teams, but littles, younger ones, they advanced from the semi-state to the state championship, which is this Saturday in Indy. So I wanted to wish the best of luck to our rock stars and our robo rocks on that. Our coaches versus cancer game, that was a huge success. We raised close to or a little over $3,000 for the Mirabelle Kidwell family. Then following that was the homecoming dance, and Callie and I somehow got roped into being chaperones for that. So that was fun. All the students, they had a great time, and they feasted on pizza, and they had chips and cookies, and they enjoyed music by DJ Charlie Rollins. And it was just a really great start to winter break. Callie and I, they don't ever see us in a different role. And so it was nice that night before break to kind of get to know us and talk about their winter plans and talk about their homecoming dresses that they had on. So to see us in a different light too. I wanted to say congratulations to a junior here, Trendon McGuire. He is a junior here, and I don't know if you've heard this or not, but Only a select few, up to 500 in the country, are selected to be invited to attend Aviation Academy, which is held in Colorado Springs. And it is by invitation only. And Trendon, one of our students, was selected to attend. Students selected, they're required to have met certain academic criteria, and he has met them. And I just wanted to, I've been doing research on the academy because this is so exciting for a student from a little town of Shoals to be invited to this. But while they're at the academy, students get to hear from a former Air Force fighter pilot who was also the advisor to the Secretary of Defense and founder of Falcon Aero Lab. They also get to participate in a visit to the Wings Over the Rockies Air and Space Museum, and they get to tour the United States Air Force Academy. So it's a really neat program to be invited to. So I wanted to congratulate that young man on that. Today, Mr. Kent and I led a tour for the Washington superintendent, principal, board members, parents, and their ag teacher of our school farm. They're interested in starting a farm modeled on the program that was started here at Shoals 7 years ago. And prior to coming in here, I was just going through my emails, and one of the board members had sent an email, and I just want to share it because it's very positive. So during this tour, they toured the farm. They interviewed students. They interviewed 2 different students. One student is going to college to be a vet, and she's in that pathway. And then the other student, he does not want to attend college at all, but he's also in the exact same pathway. So they interviewed these 2 students. And a board member sent this email, and I just wanted to share it with everyone. It says, "Dear Ms. Hovis, I wanted to share how truly impressive Ben Kent's agriculture, construction, and welding program is. I think they did get to meet Mr. Adams, and we talked to them about how Mr. Adams got started here. So I think he must have missed that because Mr. Adams leads that program. The quality of the program and the hands-on opportunities it provides for students are outstanding. Ben works exceptionally well with the kids. He is patient, knowledgeable, and genuinely invested in their success. It is clear that he has built strong relationships with his students, and the respect they have for him is evident in the way they listen, engage, and take pride in their work. His dedication is making a meaningful impact on both the students and the program as a whole. I wish we had more teachers like him. Thank you for the tour." And then it is respectfully from Garrett Miller, who is a Washington Community School Board representative. I also want to share another positive because any positives we get, I would like to share with you guys from now on. Eli Burkhart, he is our new AD. We all know he's very young. This is his first role in this position. His mentor shares a monthly summary with us, and I've included that too. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I just wanted the public to hear some of those highlights. How Eli works hard to get to know our students. His mentor had this to say about him. When he is in the hallway or office area, he calls them by their names. He asks them questions about school, sports, life, and he attempts to engage with them. A great example of this was my first day at Shoals. We walked out the back door, and there is a young man welding on his class project. Eli says, "Hey, David," of course, he changed the name. "What are you creating?" And the student replied, "A hot dog cooker." And Eli said, "That is awesome. I want to see it when you are done." The student smiled from ear to ear. Being an athletic director is not always about sports. He also wanted to share some comments that he has received from officials who have worked games here that have worked with Eli. These comments are, "We had a girls' game there Tuesday night, and he did a fantastic job with hospitality. He was on it, and we had everything we needed. I just wanted to pass along that he is listening to what you have to say. He was very accommodating. He had towels, snacks, drinks, and post-game sandwiches. Small toiletries back. He is going to be good for sure." And another comment, "He was awesome, great hospitality." Something new that Eli has brought to Shoals, he has started a student leadership team, and his mentor attended a meeting back in the fall, and he said that he did an incredible job during the 40-minute discussion and video presentation. His mentor was very impressed, and he said 40 minutes is a long time to keep the attention of teenagers, especially for a 23-year-old unexperienced athletic director. Eli has actually since turned 24. He had a birthday. But I just wanted to share some positive news from his mentor coming out of as being a freshly graduated college student and into a role that requires some administrative work. He's also participating in IIAA and IHS AAA. training too. But there's more in that, and you guys can read that. But I just wanted to share some highlights of that. Freshman orientation and senior decision day. Those are 2 big days for our students and families, and I've attached flyers to this packet. And Megan Hawkins, I just want to give a shout out to her. She does so much behind the scenes that we don't even know about. And I would be lost personally without that girl. She does so much. And 2 big events that she works on is freshman orientation and senior decision day. And she wanted to extend the invitation to any board member who would like to participate in senior decision day. We interview students that day. It's a whole day long thing. And if you would like to participate in interviewing the students, let me know. Send me an email. Let Dr. Lano know, and we'll let Megan know. But she wanted to extend that invitation to you guys.
Hint, hint, wink, wink.
Yeah, no pressure.
No pressure.
Callie and I will be attending the Indiana Work-Based Learning Conference at the end of this month. So with the new graduation requirements that's coming up for class of 2029 and beyond, work-based learning is a huge component of it. So we are attending this conference in hopes of learning new concepts to build and grow partnerships, even more partnerships than what we already have between our school and the local workforce. And then I will be attending several webinars throughout this month and next month in hopes of learning more about the state's new accountability model and how the indicators relate to our school. So lots of new things coming out from the state, and we are ready to learn and grow with them with these. So that's all I have. Questions?
Do we have any grants or anything on the horizon that's being looked at for?
Yes, I'm
anything?
constantly working on grants, and this week alone I submitted 4 grants. And then I bugged this young lady back here because I found a grant when I found out that Trendon McGuire got invited. I found a grant that possibly could help with his tuition or the cost to get him there. But yeah, this week alone I submitted 4 new grants. Yep, and I can bring a sheet to the next board meeting to show you guys what we've gotten this school year alone in grants if you'd like that.
Yeah,
yep.
So far, yeah, it'd be good.
All righty.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, is that it? Was Danielle having something?
Oh yeah, she is.
Oh,
She's
she
at
is?
the
Oh, you at the bottom?
Yep.
Okay, moving on. New business personnel, approval of Kayla Tedrow for an elementary teaching assistant position, approval of new contract for Audrey Gibson, approval of Octavia Dickinson as volunteer for the Shoals Winter Guard, and approval of Nick Sango as evening custodian pending positive outcome of paperwork. Motion to approve those folks.
Motion.
Eva, second.
I'll second.
Ethan, all in favor?
Aye.
Fundraisers, high school Rockettes to hold dance clinic on January 16th. High school cheer team to host cheer clinic on February the 7th. Post-prom parents to host a dodgeball tournament for high school and middle school students on February the 10th. Approval for those fundraisers. Need a motion? Laura, second. Annette, all in favor?
Aye.
Trip request. Jeff Rocks Robotics to Jasper, January the 2nd for team building event. FFA at the Indiana FFA Leadership Center in Martinsville, January 30th through the 1st of February. Jug Rocks Robotics to West Lafayette, January 31st for a robotics qualifying tournament for the state. FFA to the National Farm Machinery Show in Louisville on February the 12th. Motion to approve those trips.
I'll motion.
I'll second.
Ethan and Eva. All in favor?
Aye.
A couple bids here. SR Mechanical received the job for the HVAC addition to the elementary classroom. And Kent Jones received the FEMA job for the new tract. Motion to approve those bids. Nat, second.
I'll second.
Ethan, all in favor?
Aye.
Miscellaneous approval to purchase software program for students to track their graduation pathways for $9,375, which will be reimbursed by ROI. Motion to approve that.
I'll motion.
Eva, second. Lorna, all in favor?
Aye.
Bond expenditures, approval to use the bonds to pay the December 2025 invoice of $112,763.25 for the FEMA Safe Room project. And I'm hearing that's coming close to
Oh gosh, we got to take a tour yesterday.
a finished product out there.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. They've done an amazing job out there.
Yeah.
And I want to shout out to Kendra and Ben because they've led the way. And I just started a long time ago, but they should be very thrilled to see this project through. And I can't say thank you enough to both of them for taking that on. And it just yeah, that's the only thing I got to pick out.
I think we're all excited to see that come to an end
Mm-hmm.
or a new beginning, whichever way you want to look at it. All right, need a motion to approve that.
All motion.
I'll second.
Ethan and Eva, all in favor?
Aye.
Second reading of the overnight trip guidelines. Motion to approve those guidelines.
I'll
Lorna,
second.
second. Eva, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Check and electronic payment cancellations. This requests approval to cancel check and electronic payments that are over 2 years old. Motion to approve. Nat, second.
I'll second.
Ethan, all in favor?
Aye.
26-27 school calendar. Approval to accept the 26-27 school calendar option 3. Motion to approve.
I'll second.
Eva, all in favor?
Aye.
Everybody's going to be excited to get that.
Yeah, I probably should have had that done back in December, but we didn't make it. Items after 4, fundraisers. Beta clubs to hold the bingo food drive on January 29th in the school cafeteria. Backup date of February 12th in case of inclement weather. Class of 2026 to hold the last bash fundraiser selling various items January 19th, I guess through February the 20th. Motion to approve those fundraisers.
All motion.
Ethan, second. Annette, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And the Shoals Library Board approval for Janelle Hoffman to serve as the Shoals Public Library Board. That's January 1st through December 31st of 29. From this year to 31st of 29. Motion to approve.
Motion.
Eva, second. Lorna, all in favor?
Aye.
Approval of Ronell Cushman as elementary classroom aide pending positive outcome of paperwork. Approval to move Kendra Wright to a contracted salary. And approval to pay increase for special ed teaching assistants who provide self-care. That's at $1.50. Motion to approve.
On number 4.
Lorna,
I'll second.
Eva, all in favor?
Aye.
4, 0, and 1. Trip request. Approval to reschedule 5th grade field trip to Westgate on January 23rd. 8th grade to Mitchell High School January 20th for the 8th grade reality store. Motion to approve those trips.
Make a motion.
Ethan, second. All in favor?
Aye.
CDL program. Approval to continue exploration of the CDL program through Cosmos. Motion to approve that.
I'll motion.
Eva, second.
I'll second.
Ethan, all in favor?
Aye.
Now, it's Danielle.
I'll help her. I'll get it.
She went.
Do you want to film it?
Stand beside her, hold it out.
That's all okay with everything. Oh, no, that's just
All right, so some testing updates. iLearn Checkpoint 2 window is open right now, and the last 2 weeks of January, grades 3 through 8 will be testing. ASVAB will be given to 3 students who are looking at joining the military after high school on January 21st. And then iReady and Acadience middle of the year testing will be completed by tomorrow. Most of that testing is done. We just have a few students to have completed by tomorrow. And then COGAT testing, as Mrs. Gibson said, is going on for grades kindergarten, second, fifth, and sixth. And this is our high ability testing, and it will be completed by February 4th. Mrs. Eubank has said all these numbers during her presentation, but yeah, our middle school is showing growth, and we are proud of them on their iReady. And so far, looking at iReady and iLearn Checkpoint 1, the data is meshing well together. So iReady has so far been a good indicator of what the student is performing on iLearn. So it will be interesting to see if that continues the end of this month when we give Checkpoint 2, since we've only given one checkpoint so far. But it
So
is
we're finally lining up. Good.
Because the kids are looking at their data. They know they're a little self-competitive, self-motivated.
And some of these too that I have said that they've shown growth, we have some of them that are in the green and they might have scored the same, so they're not up here. But they're still in the green, they're still doing well. So that's some of that data too. So these are the kids that have just jumped by a point, but that doesn't mean that there's blue and green, which are above or at grade level, that are up there and are staying at that. So the next page shows that. So this is 6th grade reading and math. So you can see, for example, 6th grade math, we had 8 that were on or above, and during the middle, now we're up to 16. So that doubled. So in the packet, there's 6th, 7th, and 8th. So just showing the growth from beginning of the year to middle of the year. 7th grade, the same thing. Like she said, not as much as a jump as the 6th grade, but they're getting there and they are targeting that group. So, and then we have 8th grade math and reading again. And you can see those numbers have improved also. Any questions about middle school?
Is it a change in the curriculum?
Well, yeah. So, but well, all. So Amplify. So curriculum in middle school. There wasn't really a curriculum last year. So they have changed for ELA to Amplify, and math. We adopted the same math program as the elementary, which is Ready Math, and both curriculums are on the state approved. So they're what the state recommends. So. Elementary. So I have their growth here as well. And you can see that there's, like I said, there could be a few kids that will change the data a little bit since testing ends tomorrow, but their growth is doing well and excellent as well. So this is kindergarten through 2nd grade. And you can see that they're basically around the 70-80%. And then 3rd through 5th, same thing. So we have 3rd grade math, 83%, reading, 3rd grade, 63%, 4th grade math, 79%, 4th grade reading, 81%, and then 5th grade math, 57%, and 5th grade reading, 51%. So also kudos to the elementary and the staff up there.
Absolutely.
And then once again, those are just those numbers. This is K through 2 data to show the movement from below grade level to on grade level or above grade level. And you can see there as well as we've had some good movement there as well. And also for 3rd through 5th. Any questions about that? And in elementary, their reading curriculum, their ELA curriculum did change to Amplify as well. So Amplify is K through 8 and Ready Math is K through 8.
So we've got elementary and middle school pretty well all lined up now.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. And with science and social studies, I found some leftover money from High Ability. So starting next year, we plan to have a new curriculum roll out for them too, since the state is now holding us accountable for 4th grade and 6th grade science and 5th grade social studies.
Great.
Looking forward, so state mandated tests looking forward. So PSAT student readiness check will be given on February 19th, or I mean SAT, that shouldn't say PSAT, that's over with. SAT. This is just to make sure that the students' devices are ready to go for the SAT, and then the SAT will be given on March 4th, and this is to all juniors. And all juniors, according to the state, have to take it, and we are also held accountable for this score as well. I Learn Checkpoint 3 is February 9th through April 10th, and then I Read, so this is grades 2 and 3, are March 2nd through the 13th, and I Read grade 3 is a test that the 3rd graders have to pass in order to go on to 4th grade. I Am is March 30th through May 8th, and then I Learn Summative will be April 13th through May 8th. And the past 2 years, state spoiled us where by the end of May, we've learned our results. Well, this is the new state reporting year, so they're going to have to get all their averages and data. So the scores will not be released until September. So we will not know that data right now is what they're saying is early September. So IAM is alternate testing. And then like in October, membership, we also have to do a Dex report membership. That's due February 13th. So as of today, these are our enrollment numbers for PK through 12. Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Great job.
Okay, tonight I get to do a little bit of an update of some more financial information, and I'm also going to share some celebrations. One thing I want to start off with is Sarah Sexton and I are part of the Martin County leadership cohort this year, and we are one of our capstone pieces to our project is we're doing a basketball game food drive because on January 23rd it's the Shoals Lagodi game. And so we are we're going to send this out. It's going to come out tonight. But we're going to donate food, cans, goods, and everything that's on this list to the Shoals Senior Center and the Lagodi Senior Center. A couple of weeks ago, I went to, when we received the grant from the foundation, we kind of were enlightened a little bit. The senior centers received a grant to do some repairs to their building, and then we kind of learned more about what happens at the senior center. So once this is approved by all administration, we are going to put this out and we're going to have a little competition. And Megan Hawkins she works with the junior leaders. So we're going to have junior leaders from Lagodi and Shoals, and they're going to kind of have a little fun at the basketball game, kind of just a little canned good drive, or actually it's a lot different things. They want Miracle Whip and they want some dessert bowls and plates and all kinds of great things. So the senior center they do meals together on Thursdays at 11 o'clock. I'm not sure if it's at both centers at 11 o'clock, but they were just talking about that at the meeting. So we're also going to be doing an event at in the spring where Sarah Sexton's class is going to cater, and we're going to do a lunch and bingo with the seniors. So that was kind of how our capstone worked out. But just to kind of put this out that we're going to do this really fun good drive during the basketball game. It's going to be really fun. Okay. So I'm going to come back around to our additional appropriations and give an update, because on December 29th, we had a board meeting to approve our additional appropriations, and we had originally asked to utilize our initial was $850,000, our additional appropriation request, meaning we would, in order to spend money that is kind of like in our savings account, that's how I kind of refer to it, we have to get approval to do that from the community. So we want to be very transparent. And so on December 29th, we did that, and we actually talked about what that looked like. This is for our education fund only, and I didn't bring my bucket tonight. But education fund pays for salaries, benefits, professional services, supplies, software. Anything that touches the classroom, that's what comes out of that bucket. And so we ended up having to only utilize $317,294.50 of that additional appropriation, which is really a great thing. We also had kind of came back around, and we'll talk more about this as the year progresses, but when they were talking about all that curriculum, most of you in here utilize that curriculum and use it every day, but the ELA and math curriculum is new this year. Math is only new for the middle school, but ELA was K through 8. So, and the way they give us funding moving forward, they do not include curriculum is included in our overall budget. In the past, they've kind of separated it out, and they're not doing that anymore. So this is just an update of where we spent the dollars. Moving forward, Ken Wright and I will going to every month talk about this so that everybody can, we're kind of transparent of where we are. And we started with December. And the reason we had to add, we put the 100% plus because we had to ask for those additional appropriations. And I'll kind of talk a little bit more about this, but we're going to do this for the education fund and the operations fund because Senate Enroll Act 1 is going to affect our funding. So we have to be careful, and we want to be good stewards of taxpayer dollars. So we are being very transparent of where our dollars are and what they look like. So we want to make sure every month we'll just keep adding to this. And this is the operations. So we started with December because we have that dollar amount. Once we have our board meeting, there's the operations fund. So my predecessor taught me a lot about this funding mechanism. And she always said, you watch this percentage of appropriations used, and I sweat it. So what'd you say? I have sweated it every month because my predecessor gave me a lot of great advice, but this was one thing that she said, do not forget and don't overlook it. So here we are. And this is where, this is as of December 2025. As of today, we've rolled over our 2025 or 2026 budget. I can't say enough great things of how Kendra Wright and Darla, like they really work hard to make sure we are staying within our budget and that we can answer HR questions. They can answer HR questions and payroll questions and make sure our insurance is right and all of those pieces to the puzzle. And this is just their number. They love those numbers games, and we keep talking about it every day. This information is another superintendent shared with me. He utilizes this DUAB website for information, and you can get information from any school district around the state. The information on here only goes to last year, and I kind of snipped this, but this is an enrollment update, and this is where our enrollment is and where it's moving. This is not just a Shoals thing. A lot of districts around the state have seen a decline in enrollment over the past 5 years. So it is lots of reasons. Some people aren't having as many children. People aren't moving to other areas. So this is what is happening across state. And the reason this plays into things is because we receive funding based on the number of students that we have enrolled. So that's where a lot of our funding comes from. This is our funding balance update, and this is our education fund, and this is where our the balance, right? This is where at the end of the year the balances were, and this is kind of like our balance of our savings account. And I'm going to show you this next, and I'm going to shout out to board and my previous predecessor because she watched that number very closely. But this is how our education fund, we have savings in our education fund, and we were able to get those additional appropriations because the district has always been good stewards of taxpayer dollars and making sure that we're putting money back. So this is where we are with our savings and how it's grown, and I just wanted to celebrate the growth of that. We are having to use some of it, but that's where the progression of the savings has been good. This is not normal across the state. Most districts are around 50, 60%. So that's why I wanted to share this, is because I have goosebumps when I talk about this, but because of the diligence of making sure we have been good stewards of taxpayer dollars over the years. This is just the education fund. And I have some celebrations, and Kendra didn't say this, but the other day we got this email that says the Shoals High School has been selected as a finalist for Celebrate Your School Award. We won't know any of the details, but I loved what it said. It says being named a finalist reflects the impact, dedication, and positive culture in your school community. So as a finalist, your school is running for a cash prize to be announced throughout 2026 calendar year. I don't know what that means. I don't know how much money that means or what that means. But anyway, it's really great news, and we're glad to share it. And I don't know if anybody sees this on Facebook, but it is National School Board Appreciation Month. And we want to thank you for all you do. And we have some cards for you. And I have to confess that Danielle's mom made you a treat.
Great.
So if you want to give them their treats, they're going to be excited about that. Since Carol didn't share donuts to celebrate her birthday. Just kidding. Just kidding. So I want to give some shout outs to the smooth return to school after the holiday break. I'm pretty sure tomorrow everybody's going to be grouchy. We've made it through the week, but we're all kind of looking a little weary. We haven't been able to eat our 10 o'clock snack and take a nap in the afternoon, kids included. I was talking about the kids, not the adults. But I can't say thank you enough for the great first semester we had. Our team is amazing, and they're working hard every day, and I'm just so thankful to have such an amazing staff and administrative team to collaborate with. Our data that Danielle shared about students is continuing to learn and grow, and that gives me goosebumps. I love data, and I love to celebrate kids' data. I love for kids to know their data and to celebrate that, because that's only going to make it them stronger academically and stronger in their life skills. You know, that's grit and perseverance to overcome some of those obstacles of even if it's something on a day-to-day basis. And that is so, as we all know as adults, so important. Next week, our staff's going to participate in professional development. We're going to talk about data again a little bit, and then we're going to come together as a team, the whole group. We're going to start together and have some time of reflection and talk about our topic this year has kind of been lead from where you are. So we're going to kind of reflect on our first semester of how we've done that and what we're going to do to continue. And lastly, we want to list those Lego boys and that Lego team. Good luck on Saturday at State and Indy. What school do they go to?
University of Indiana.
Ooh, that's really cool to be on campus.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you. All right. I think the financial report, we've talked about that a bit. So need a motion to approve leave of accounting report for December of 25. Eva, a second.
Second.
Ethan, all in favor?
Aye.
And a motion for approval to pay claims. Lorna, a second. Annette, all in favor?
Aye.
Anything else?
How did the dentist, just a quick question on this, while I was looking at this report. How did the dentist thing go? Pretty well?
The dentist?
Or are they not coming? Oh, they're,
Yeah.
it's January 20th.
20th, yeah.
Got it. I just looked at it and then I thought, oh, wait a minute, that's January, not December.
And then next week we have the hearing screen.
I saw Harvard Fellowship.
Yeah, they're doing that. Great. Mm-hmm.
Anything else? Appreciate everybody. Thank you. Meeting adjourned.
He's already been